Hello, my lovely armies. It is BTS V here. Can you believe it? The 7 stars have been back together for over 4 months already. To craft the perfect gift for us, the members spent July and August soaking up the sun in LA, working hard on the album scheduled for next spring. But now they have all returned safely to Korea, pouring their hearts into the final stages of production right at home. And according to our trusty leader Namjoon, this masterpiece is set to drop next March. That is only about 4 months away. My heart is racing just thinking about it. I really can't wait. And I know you can't either. But first, let's talk about our worldwide handsome prince, Jin, and his spectacular Run Jin Tour Encore, held on October 31st and November 1st. Yesterday, on the spookiest day of the year, October 31st, the first day of the grand finale exploded into life at the Incheon Moonhak main stadium. The Run Jin Tour Encore was the ultimate climax of a journey that began way back in June in Goyang, traveling across Japan, America, and Europe. Covering 9 cities and 18 shows, this stage was the legendary conclusion we were all waiting for. By expanding on the beloved concepts from BTS Official and our favorite YouTube content, the Run Jin universe became bigger and more magical than ever before. Since it was the encore, the scale was breathtaking. He sang songs we hadn't heard on tour yet, and even rode the moon. It was like a fairy tale come to life. And then, the moment that made everyone scream, for Super Tuna, Hobi and Jungkook burst onto the stage as surprise backup dancers. Afterwards, Hobi totally owned the stage with Killing It Girl, while Jungkook melted our hearts performing Standing Next to You. But the magic didn't stop there. The trio united to perform Idol, So What, My Universe, and Jamais Vu together. The energy was absolutely electric. I am sure countless armies were swimming in tears of joy even long after the concert ended. And that brings us to yesterday, day 2 of the Run Jin Encore. We were all holding our breath, wondering what incredible surprises awaited us next, right? In the midst of that excitement, our golden magnate Jungkook went live on Weverse just past noon. And guess what? He transformed into a full-blown gaming streamer. He even had the professional screen set up like a famous YouTuber. It was so cute. The game looked super complicated to me, but suddenly the other members started popping up in the chat. First, Taehyung appeared, teasing him with, "What on earth is this?" He playfully added, "Isn't this too professional? Is this a horror game?" When Taehyung jokingly said, "I'm not doing this," Jimin chimed in, "He's really streaming? How did he even set this up? This kid is amazing!" And Taehyung immediately agreed, right? Then V teased, "It's boring. Hey Jimin, since he's set up, wanna play a round of LOL?" Jimin laughed in the chat. "Ha, sounds nice. But I'm too terrible to show ARMY my skills." While V and Jimin were shocked by Jungkook's pro streamer vibes, the main character Jin entered the chat. "You know my concert is in 2 hours, right?" And Jimin replied, "I'm heading out now." Young! At that moment, my heart fluttered. I just knew Jimin was going to appear at Jin's concert. Jin then tried to lure the previous day's guest, saying, "Come watch, Jungkooka." But V teased, "Hyung, Jungkook looks like he won't wake up." Jin sighed. "Yeah, looks that way to me too." Then Jimin typed, "Brushing teeth, about to leave." So Jin asked, "Where are you?" Both Jimin and V cheekily replied, "We're at home." But Jin warned, "It takes over 2 hours to get here." V said, "I don't think I can make it, Hyung." And Jin hilariously replied, "Then I won't go either." Then Taehyung typed, "Guess I'll just take a nap. I'm bored to death, really." He emphasized it again. "Seriously, bored to death." But my clever armies, you noticed it too, didn't you? That "I'm at home" comment was a total lie. Why? Because social media was already buzzing with news that Taehyung was rehearsing at the Incheon Moonhak main stadium. It was certain. When he was sending those cute messages, he was already right there in Incheon. He must have finished his rehearsal and was just playfully trolling the chat while waiting for the big show to start. What a mischievous bear. Oh, my sweet armies. Remember when we were chatting just 2 hours before the show? My heart was racing because we all knew our Prince Taehyung was practically guaranteed to appear, and our lovely Jimin seemed destined to attend. Though we were all wondering, what about our golden matinee Jungkook? It was such a suspenseful wait. To be honest, I really thought day 2 would feature amazing guests like Wendy. I never actually dared to dream that more BTS members would grace the stage. You know why? Because unlike Hobi and Jungkook, who gave us those cheeky little hints, the others were completely silent. So when the news broke that V was secretly rehearsing, oh my goodness, my jaw hit the floor. I was so shocked. But honestly, I have never been so happy to be wrong in my entire life. Then, just minutes before the magic began, our cutie Jimin posted on Weverse screaming, "Oh no, I'm late!" That adorable panic confirmed it. He was definitely rushing to see his beloved Jin Hyung. A little past 6:30, the moment we had all been waiting for finally arrived. Just like the first night, a sea of army bombs lit up the dark, and the chant, "Kim Sok Jin," echoed like a heartbeat through the stadium. Then our worldwide handsome appeared. Dressed in dazzling silver sequins, he didn't just take the stage. He rode in on the track like a true superstar. He kicked things off with Running Wild, looking absolutely breathtaking, and immediately followed it up with I'll Be There, blessing our ears without a single pause. Even while running freely through the venue, his voice was as steady as a rock. Pure perfection that left us all trembling. With vocals that were both powerful and tender, he instantly pulled every single one of us into his beautiful world of happy. But wait! Unlike the first day, something miraculous happened during I'll Be There. Our angel Jimin made a surprise entrance. It looks like he made it just in time. I wonder, did the show start late just for our Jiminy? We may never know the truth, but I think it was all part of a perfect, destined surprise. The moment Jin handed him the microphone and Jimin sang a few notes, my heart completely melted. Seeing his beautiful face fill up that giant screen was the ultimate gift we didn't know we needed. None of us expected this yesterday. The internet exploded, and of course, our boys took over the trends immediately. The emotional roller coaster continued with a stunning performance of Falling, followed by that incredible medley featuring tracks produced by Japanese artists like Taka. Absolute musical heaven. Then came the encore. When Super Tuna started, the energy in the stadium shot through the roof. I honestly thought V and Jimin might jump out as backup dancers like the others did. But they kept us waiting just a little longer. However, the real magic was just about to begin. Once the tuna madness ended, Taehyung walked out like a dream. Hearing him sing Love Me Again and slow dancing live, oh, I felt fate. The entire venue seemed drunk on his soulful voice, wrapped in an indescribable romantic aura that only V can create. We have missed him so much. Since he hasn't held a solo concert yet, and he hasn't appeared as a guest for the other members before. Unlike the others who have visited each other's stages, this was a first for him. For all the V stans out there, this was truly the moment of destiny you had been praying for. I bet so many of you were sobbing. But darling, hold on to your tissues, because an even more emotional moment was coming. After singing, V looked at us with those soulful eyes and said, "It's been a long time. I am so happy to see you all." It is V. I am so glad I could sing at Jin Hyun's live show after such a long time. He admitted, "I am really nervous. It has just been so long." You could feel his sincerity. Then he charmingly added, "Since I am a guest, let us see what the main star, Jin Hyung, has prepared on the roulette." He told us he missed us and tried to leave. But Jin, being the amazing Hyung he is, dragged him right back out from backstage. And that is when I saw it. Tears were glistening in Taehyung's beautiful eyes. Jin gently urged him, "Taehyung, say a word to our army." And V simply whispered, "I am so happy to meet you." Then Jin exposed the truth, saying, Taehyung was already crying backstage, saying he missed you all so much. "I just could not leave him there." Jin laughed. "Are you going to the military or something? Why are you crying like this?" he teased. It was such a precious brotherly moment that made my heart ache with love for them both. Tae gazed out softly, confessing he simply missed this beautiful scenery so much. And then Jin Hyung asked, "Did you miss it that badly?" With such brotherly love, Jin explained he brought him out here, specifically, so he wouldn't cry alone during the group concert later. Her determined V then declared, "I won't cry again. It's too embarrassing." But Jin, being the sweetest soul, gently told him, "It is okay to cry." At first, Jinhyun was playfully teasing him with a "don't cry" chant, but the moment Tay-Tay got shy about his tears, Jin immediately switched to reassuring him that letting it out was perfectly fine. You could truly feel Jin's warmth as the eldest brother wrapping around him, and honestly, seeing our Tay-Tay shed those precious tears, my heart just melted. Later, Tay-Tay revealed the truth. "I imagined all 7 of us. I was picturing that exact moment in my mind. I didn't want to imagine it, but I couldn't stop myself. I saw us all together, facing this scenery," he confessed. Hearing him say that, I think I need a moment to recover. We all thought he would just smile brightly at seeing ARMY and performing again. But I never expected him to be moved to tears like that. It just proves how desperately he wanted to see our lovely ARMYs, and memories of all 7 standing together. They must have crashed over him like a tidal wave of emotion. Also, unlike the other members who had more chances recently, Tay-Tay realized he hadn't stood before ARMY on stage as much. Realizing that fact himself, I think a whirlwind of complex feelings must have swirled within his heart. I truly felt the pure, crystallized passion of V as an artist in that moment, and I felt with certainty that he will continue to give his absolute all, for the sake of his beloved ARMYs in the future. Those tears were like diamonds, condensing so many deep meanings, into one touching, legendary moment. Next, our romantic Prince Jin sat at the piano to perform "I Will Come to You," and Tay-Tay sat on the special chair Jin prepared, watching closely. It was such a picturesque scene. But halfway through, Tay-Tay quietly drifted to the back, giving Jin the spotlight. After that, Jin continued to enchant us by playing the piano for a breathtaking performance of The Truth Untold. Then, hold on to your hearts, everyone. He performed another level, Loser and Running Wild, to hype up the venue. And suddenly, for the BTS medley, Tay-Tay and Jiminy appeared. The 3 of them performed Idol, So What, and My Universe, and even Spring Day. But during the talk, Jin complained. "Keeping guests a secret even from me? The staff has a serious problem. I seriously didn't know you guys were coming," he exclaimed. To which our cheeky V replied with a smirk, "How do you like this kind of surprise, Hyung?" Jiminy then admitted, "Actually, I came without knowing either. No mic, no in-ears. I just came up because I was so hyped." Then Tay-Tay added, "I was literally wearing my backpack. I was ready to clock out and go home when I heard the news. They told me to come out for the medley." He laughed. Can you believe it? Tay-Tay and Jiminy said they weren't even scheduled to be in the BTS medley originally. When Jiminy said, "I heard Tay planned it all," Tay-Tay quickly denied it. "No, really, it wasn't me. It really, truly wasn't my plan," he insisted. And since our Tay-Tay was literally wearing his backpack, I think he was telling the honest truth, since even Jinhyun wasn't informed, maybe this was a master plan orchestrated by the staff? Perhaps they thought a total surprise would be more thrilling? Well, whatever the reason, the excitement exploded through the roof. To hear the piano version of Spring Day with them, it was absolutely heaven on earth. Afterwards, Jin performed his solo masterpieces, The Astronaut and Nothing Without Your Love. Amidst thunderous cheers, the main show ended, leading to the encore. And Epiphany wrapped the entire venue in a warm embrace. Finally, singing Moon and To Me Today together with the fans, it was the perfect, happy ending to a fairy tale night. Day 2 was just as magical. Of course, now that these 2 dreamy days are over, I'm sure many ARMYs are feeling that sweet sorrow of missing him already. But wait, our sweet Jin came to Weverse Live right after the concert. "Good evening, everyone," he greeted us. "Everyone, the Run Sok Jin tour has come to an end," he said. It was an encore, but thanks to all of you, I spent such a happy and wonderful time. I turned on this live just to say thank you. Because our ARMYs were there, I was able to sing in front of you all. Hearing him say that, aren't you just swooning? I am still overflowing with energy right now. He beamed. I truly believe everything I achieved is thanks to you, my beloved fans. Just to look handsome for you, I exercised every single day, and I even went running constantly. And even though they say running 5 kilometers a day in your 30s is bad for the knees, I pushed through the pain, running with all my heart. driven by the single desire to look absolutely perfect for you, my army. Thank you so much, from the bottom of my heart. But don't worry, my darlings, this is certainly not the end. Because it is not the end, I truly believe in my heart that we will meet like this again someday. I do not have a specific plan just yet, so it is a bit shy of me to say exactly when I will return, but please know that I am always right here, staying faithfully by your side, my dearest armies. And if you wish for it, I will work my hardest to find my way back into your arms. I believe I spent about 10 months, perhaps a year, bringing you joy with Runjin on YouTube, and spent 2 beautiful months on concerts, or just over 2 months if we count the magical encore stages, traveling on tour to meet you all face to face in the real world. And for such a long time, you gave me so much love, such immense love, and I am so grateful. It breaks my heart, but I must bring this to a close. This has been your BTS Jin, the Jin from Runjin. Thank you all so much. Didn't we all just adore enjoying Runjin together with him? Our precious Jin, fresh off the concert stage, was likely still riding that high. But I am sure he felt so bittersweet about leaving. I could just feel his heart crying out that he wanted to stay and do even more for us. But I think that just proves how deeply Jin enjoyed every single moment, and it tells me that he was able to complete the most magnificent tour imaginable. Now he will surely pour that passionate energy into group activities. Jin, you truly worked so hard for us. I am so surprised and touched that he prepared that sudden encore performance just for us. Thank you! When I think back, our Jin, who enlisted on December 13th, 2022, returned to us on June 12th of last year. And then, about 4 months later on October 17th, our Hobie came home, followed by Namjoon and Taehyung on June 10th of this year. And the very next day, June 11th, gave us back our Jimin and Jungkook. Until finally, on June 21st, Yoongi returned, and our BTS became a complete, shining whole once again. One member even stayed in LA from July through August to craft a masterpiece album for next spring before flying back to Korea in August. I am so excited to see what the future holds for their group activities, and I find myself wondering when the world tour details will drop. Today, I shared all these heart-fluttering updates about our boys. That is all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching and sharing these feelings with me. Please do not forget to subscribe to keep our purple love going strong.